All right, hello, and welcome back to Monkey Island 2. I'm going to head up here first, have a couple of conversations. First, we're going to have a very useless conversation with the laundry guy.
What do you know about Largo LeGrande?
I don't know anything about cargo or contraband. I'm clean.
Who are you?
All right.
Sure, Sonny, I can get out stew. That's easy. I can also extract grog, spit, and swamp mud. That's because I'm Mad Marty. I'm mad about getting your clothes as clean as they can be.
I'd like to pick up some clothes.
I'd like to pick up some clothes.
Do you have your claim ticket, Sonny?
Lost while being keel-hauled. I'll throw it out. Must have left it in my other pants.
I must have left it in my other pants.
Why'd you trade it for chocolate-covered ants?
And we can also ask some laundry-type questions. I'll do one of them.
I got a laundry-type question.
Shoot.
Let's see.
Do you do alterations here?
Alterations? You mean change the numbers on your food stamps? You got some nerve.
I'm sorry.
All right, that's enough.
Oops. I thought I wanted to talk to you, but I don't.
So now we know that there is someone here who will clean our clothes for us. Let's have a chat with the men of low moral fiber. I like this.
Yoo-hoo.
What is it?
These are the same gentlemen that we met in Monkey Island 1.
Did you ever get that circus started?
Do we know you?
I'm Guybrush. You tried to sell me the minutes of a PTA meeting in the last game, claiming it was a map?
Map? I don't know what you're talking about.
No, really.
Why did you wake us up, Guybrush?
Let's see.
What are you guys doing up there?
We're performing.
That's right. Performing.
That's what we do for a living now.
You see, after our circus failed, we started a pirate catering business on nearby Fat Island.
The sacking lunch. It was quite lucrative.
Why aren't you still doing that?
The governor of the island made us an offer we, couldn't refuse. So, we sold him the business.
What did you do with the money?
We sank the money into one of those newfangled glass-bottom boats
We wanted to take passengers on sightseeing trips.
and search for a place called Drinky Island in our spare time.
Boy, did we ever want to get there.
Aside from the obvious reason, we had inside information that Drinky was in fact the resting place of the legendary treasure of Big Whoop.
It all comes back to Big Whoop.
Big whoop! Did you find anything?
Not exactly.
You see, we got a bit of a raw deal on the boat.
Seems the salesman didn't have any glass for the bottom, so he just left a gaping hole there.
By the time we noticed, we were taking on water fast.
We ended up stranded on a tiny desert island.
How much longer is this story?
We met a philosopher on the island, and he told us something which changed our lives.
There you go.
That you should bore passersby to tears with long stories?
He told us that all the world is a stage and that we are merely players. So, we became performance artists. In our current work, we portray man's response to global environmental issues of a changing world.
How come you have to perform on that ledge?
To show the precarious nature of the situation. So to speak.
Right.
And let's just hit it with one more.
I think you're overlooking the potential symbolism to be gained by your closeness to the Earth.
But,
All right, you got us. We're really up here because...
well, we're afraid to come down.
What?
What's the word for it, Frank?
Terraphobia, groundophobia, terraformophobia, stupid. Let's go with it. Actually,
Groundophobia?
It's the opposite of acrophobia. Something like orcaphobia.
fear of killer whales, fear of strange animals.
Fear of killer whales?
Say what you will, we're not coming down.
Fair enough.
What happened to your leg?
It happened during a performance.
When he lost the leg, Frank was brilliantly showing the inseparability of the path man walks from the food chain.
The symbolism of the cheese was essential. You know, this leg is looking sort of dingy. Would you get some polish over at the woodsmiths and polish it for me?
Sure.
Give me money for the polish.
Okay.
Yeah,
that
most
your
of
rat?
this was
Yes,
just nonsense.
we call him Munster Monster because of his insatiable passion for cheese.
Very good.
See you later.
We can scarcely contain our anticipation.
So most of that was utter nonsense, with just a little bit being useful, including getting some money and soon some wood polish.
Hey, leave that alone.
Sorry, is this your bucket?
Well, no,
So you won't mind if I take it?
I guess not.
Very nice. All right, we have a bucket now. And we're going to head over here. Make a quick stop into the woodsmiths here. We'll get some polish.
Yeah,
Could I buy some wood polish?
that's 1 piece of 8. Anything else?
I'd like to look around a bit.
Sure thing.
All right, and we will deliver that polish in a little bit. But first, we have to go out and explore the island, because there are a few items we have to pick up, including this sign.
Oops, I think I broke the sign.
And, of course, the shovel was not actually painted on the sign. It was truly on the sign. So now we have a shovel. We're going to grab this stick here, which actually is a little more obvious in the old animation, I think. And that's actually all we need to do here. Then we're going to stomp by the swamp. And we need to pick up, oh wait, some swamp muck, or mud, or
A whole
something.
bucket of mud. And it's mine. All mine.
One of the things Mad Marty mentions is that he can get out anything, including mud. You might even say swamp mud in particular. I think we're going to have to read all of these tunes. It's the only way to do this properly.
The rickets. No trespassing. Here lie the Gordo brothers, too big for any ship. Let's hope the earth can hold them. The Grouts. No trespassing.
We'll remember the voodoo spell to create a voodoo doll.
Stan's Cozy Crypts. A place to spend eternity, not a fortune.
Oh no, not Stan again.
The Quagmires. No trespassing.
This voodoo doll spell, one of the things it required is an item from the dead, a dead relative of Largo LeGrande.
Here lies Hank Plank. Does anybody recognize that name? He didn't have any money on him when he died, and somebody's got to pay for the funeral. Stan.
So we need to keep an eye open for a
Stan's
LeGrande.
Casual Crosses, for graves that don't need to dress up. Stan's Casual Crosses, for graves that don't need to dress up.
All right. And we got this guy over here.
Warning, quarantine tomb. Inhabitants died of green tongue fever.
Green tongue fever. Interesting. Very scary plague.
The grave of the unknown pirate.
Oh, that's nice.
These spots reserved for our privileged future customers.
Privileged. All right. Just a few more to look at.
Here lies Daredevil Jim McDowell. Hand of steel, leg of wood. Jim took every risk he could. A life of action, that was Jim's. Too bad he ran out of limbs. No man commanded Jean-Louise, not on land and not on water. John did whatever he did please, until he kissed the gunner's daughter. There
That'll
once
do
was
it.
a girl named Carrie, who thought that she soon should marry. She went into town and flirted around. She didn't get wed, she got buried.
Oof.
Marco Largo LeGrande. Hell on sea or sand. The good news is, he's dead. The bad news is, he bred.
Well, that sounds like what we're looking for, so let's get out our shovel and do a little digging.
This is creepy feeling.
I like the lightning bolts better. The dark aspect of the old version is nice.
I'd swear on my grandfather's grave, something weird is going on.
Very good. So we have now defiled the grave and picked up the random bone that was rotting away under the earth. Because that's what heroes do. Alright, so we actually have, I believe, yes, everything that we need now. So we'll head back to town. And as we're coming in, we're going to pop down into the bar. Have another chat with the barkeep quick.
Excuse me.
Yeah, boy?
We'll get some grog later. See that he's advertising for a job. Let's find out about that.
I saw your sign outside. What's the job?
Oh, yeah. I really should take that thing down. I hired a new cook just this morning. But if
Aw.
things don't work out with him, I'll let you know.
Alright, we'll have to keep that in mind.
Nice place you have here. Well, see ya.
Now, one of the other things we need is something of the body. So let's take this blank piece of paper we have, and we will use it sort of as a napkin to collect this spit dripping down the wall.
Oh, yuck.
Which is gross, but it is from Largo, from when he was in here earlier. So we now have something of the body and something of the dead. We now need something of the thread and something of the head. In order to do that, we're going to first hop down into this window that happens to be open. We're going to do so very smoothly. This looks like a very talented cook, so I don't know how likely you are to get that job, but we'll come back to that later. For the time being, we just need this knife. There's a lot of fruit cocktail over here that Guybrush is not interested in. So proud of himself. Alright, now we're going to head into this ship here, which in reality is an inn. And see what's going on in there. Seem to have a little lizard alligator dude. This guy working hard. Let's have a chat.
Excuse me. I'd like a room, please.
Sorry, we only have one, and it's full.
What kind of inn only has one room? Anything else to say?
Excuse me. I'd like a room, please.
Sorry, we only have one, and it's full.
Apparently not. Can I just go into it?
Hold it right there. That's a private room. No going up there.
Alright, let's check the registry.
Only one guest.
Yes, but that dang Largo eats like 30.
Alright, well, I want to get inside, so maybe we can set his alligator free. We can't untie it. Maybe we can just pick it up.
It's securely fastened.
Well, if only I had a cutting utensil available. Oh, wait.
Hey, how'd old Pegbiter get loose? I'd better go catch him before he catches somebody else.
Gotta love that guy's got a peg leg. Well, what do we have here?
Cheese squigglies. One of my favorites.
Squigglies. We happen to know a creature that is a big fan of cheese, so we'll have to investigate that later. But for the time being, let's check on Largo quickly. And, you know, we need to find a way to get some clothing from him. So I think
doesn't seem
one
to stay
option
closed.
would be to have him get messy enough that he needs his clothing cleaned. And while we're in here,
I
we have
think I
this...
hear Largo coming.
Oh, let's hide.
Hey, what the hell? What's going on? Whoever did this is gonna pay. I can't get this thing off my head. When I get this thing off my head, somebody's gonna be real sorry.
You'll be sorry.
Maybe I shouldn't have done that. He looked pretty steamed.
I recommend not telling him it was you. Let's grab this toupee. And maybe we'll take a look at it.
There's strange little white bugs all over it.
Well, it's not the cleanliest thing in the world, but I suppose it is something of the head. We're gonna leave, head up here to watch what Largo does with his dirty clothes.
You're making me mad, Marty.
That's my name. Don't wear it out.
Look, I want it free and I want it tonight.
Party tonight? Sure, I'll come.
I'm talking about getting my laundry.
Don't worry about me. I've been dry for 3 years.
I said I need it back tonight.
What? Yeah, we'll stay out all night.
This is useless. You tell them I'll be back to pick it up. Or else.
Hard to threaten a guy when he can't seem to understand you. And while we're here, let's help our friend out with the wood polish he sent us to buy.
Thanks. Here's a piece of 8 for your trouble.
Nice. And now, I don't necessarily know why I would need this, but we have a perfectly good box here that I think would make for an excellent rat trap, should we need it. And we happen to have the perfect bait for said trap. Let's put a string on so that we can spring the trap. And if this rat loves cheese so much, perhaps he'll be interested in these cheese squigglies. Now we'll step out of the way. Give it a minute. And in goes our rat friend. So let's pull on the string. Oop. And we have caught ourselves a rat. Trapped, cowering rat. Alright, now we have a rat. I don't know where we're going to use it, but maybe at some point. We'll see. Alright, so we need to try and go find a claims ticket, and then hopefully we'll be able to get some of Largo's clothing. Let's head back into his room. And he happens to have hidden the ticket right here behind the door. Pick that up, open the door back up, and head out. This will be our final ingredient for the Largo LeGrande Voodoo doll. And we happen to pick up a few other nice items along the way, including a shovel, a rat, a piece of 8, and a, let's just chat here, and some wood polish.
I'd like to pick up some clothes.
You have your claim ticket, Sonny?
I do. I'd like to keep my claim ticket for taxes.
Got it right here.
Great. I'll see what we have ready for Mr. LeGrande.
Thank you, much obliged.
I know it's here somewhere. I saw it a while ago.
Looks like some Freddy Krueger clothes, maybe.
Oh, where was it?
You got like a Napoleon Dynamite, a dead parrot.
Ah, here it comes.
I'm not sure what the old things would have been. Certainly wouldn't have been Napoleon Dynamite. Freddy Krueger might have been on the list, though. And apparently, Largo wears bras. At least we hope it's his, otherwise this spell might not work quite as well as we otherwise would have hoped. But let's go talk to the voodoo lady. She's the expert. We'll see what she thinks about everything we've done here today. And even though we have the ingredients, we certainly don't know how to use the, or how to create a voodoo doll, so we still need some help there. Alright, let's sail over into the mouth of the shack. There we go. Hello, voodoo lady.
Back again, Mr. Threepwood.
You know it.
About that voodoo doll,
Have you brought me the ingredients?
I have his toupee.
Not quite a part of his head, but maybe I can get some scalp fragments from it.
I think that's good
Have
enough.
you brought me any other ingredients?
I have some of his spit.
Excellent. You may keep the paper. Have you brought me any other ingredients?
She's perfectly okay with the spit, but the paper's too gross.
I have the bone of his grandfather.
Perfect. Do you have the final ingredient?
I have this pearly white bra.
Yes, that will work. At last! Now I can make a voodoo doll to be reckoned with. Let me get my juju bag. And now for the ingredients. A dandruff flake from Largo's head. A single piece of Largo's thread. A drop of fluid from his body. A single chip off the bone of the dead. And finally, some miscellaneous voodoo herbs and seasonings, including monosodium glutamate.
Of course. I mean, how could you not have monosodium
Ought
glutamate?
to be good. 2, 4, 6, 8. Who do we assassinate? Largo, yeah.
From voodoo lady to cheerleader. She does it all.
Hey, that looks just like him. Thanks, voodoo lady.
One more thing. Some of the ingredients were not the optimum specimens. It should still work, but it will have a limited range. You will have to get close to Largo. Very close.
Think we can do that. We just so happen to know where Largo likes to hang his hat, so to speak, so I think that's right where we should head. And once we do, the entire journey will be complete, and we won't have any other problems whatsoever. Everything will be great. Perhaps even grand. Perhaps even wonderful. Alright. Let's head back over to the inn. Very good. And luckily, the innkeeper happens to not be here still. Still chasing down his alligator.
Hey,
But Largo
what are you
is.
doing in here? Get out of my room and stay out.
Oops. Oh. Hey. Slow down.
Why can't you leave me alone?
'Cause I don't like you.
Take that, you stumpy little dim-witted toad.
What? Who do you think you are?
I'm Guybrush Threepwood. People don't always recognize me. That's why I carry this.
I'm gonna tear you limb from limb.
Whoops.
How are you doing that?
Largo LeGrande, you are a no-good, vicious two-bit thug. I command you to give me back my money and leave this island.
Ha! I already spent all your money.
Aww.
Well, I command you to leave this island.
Just you try and make... Ow! Ooh! Yeah! Ow! Ow!
Whoops.
That'll teach you to mess with the slayer of the ghost pirate LeChuck.
What's that? You killed LeChuck?
As a matter of fact, I did. Quite an interesting story, actually.
The fortune teller said she didn't, LeChuck.
She did she? Does she have one of these?
Is that...
Yes, LeChuck's beard. Still alive and wriggling.
Let me see.
Creepy. Oops.
Boy,
Also
it
gross.
is alive. We've been looking for a living piece of LeChuck for years. Now we can bring him back to life. Look out, world! The most fearsome pirate of all time will soon sail the seas again.
Ruh-roh.
Whoops.
I'm afraid it's true, Guybrush. If they have any animated tissue, they can reanimate his whole body.
But I blew his body into a zillion gooey pieces.
Not his body, Guybrush. You destroyed his spirit form. His body was safely buried far away.
But by now it must be...
Rotten? Partially decomposed? Yes. And I don't think that's going to make him any more pleasant to deal with.
He's gonna be looking for me.
Yes.
He's gonna try to kill me.
Undoubtedly.
Well, we seem to have made a mistake.
Can you just kill me now and get it over with?
You must try not to lose hope, Guybrush. There is a way out.
What is it?
You're doing it right now.
Fiddling with the change in my pocket?
Hunting for Big Whoop.
Oh, yeah, I was doing that, wasn't I?
Big Whoop isn't just a treasure. It contains the secret to another world.
Ooh.
Find that world, and you'll be able to escape LeChuck forever.
But I know so little about Big Whoop.
Take this book.
Big Whoop, Unclaimed Bonanza or Myth. And where'd you get this?
I checked it out at the Fat City Library. I foresaw your need.
Gee, thanks.
I used your name when I checked it out, so be sure and return it when you're through reading. The overdue fines in Fat City are pretty steep.
Gee, thanks.
All right, let's take a second to look at this book here that has a lot of information, apparently, on Big Whoop.
Big Whoop, Unclaimed Bonanza or Myth. This is fascinating. It says here there were 4 pirates. Rapscallion, the cook, young Lindy, the cabin boy, Mr. Rogers, the first mate, and Captain... Good heavens! Captain Marley! I wonder if there's any relation. They buried their treasure along with plenty of... booby traps on a place believed to be called Inky Island. They made a map which they divided into 4 pieces, each man taking one. Rapscallion later opened the Steam and Weenie Hut on Scab Island. It was a huge success, but fell into disrepair after Rap was killed in a flash fire. Young Lindy drifted aimlessly, down on his luck until he mysteriously came into money while panhandling on Booty Island. He used the cash to bankroll an advertising firm which failed after its gross mishandling of the Gangrene and Honey account. Mr. Rogers retired off the coast of Fat Island. He marketed homemade contest grog brewed in a bathtub until his recent disappearance. Captain Marley vanished while sailing in the America's Cup race. His boat was leading at the time.
Interesting. All right, so apparently there's 4 pieces of a map, and we don't know where any of these individuals are anymore, but they all had one piece of the map, and only by getting all 4 together will we be able to find Big Whoop and hopefully provide ourselves with some protection against LeChuck. Well, I don't know how we're going to solve this mystery, but I do know that it's going to necessitate us being able to travel to the other islands. So we're going to head over here to where the ferryman is. Now that Largo has been taken care of, hopefully people are allowed to travel, and he just needs his Eye of the World that he spoke about earlier, which luckily we stole from one Wally. So I think we will give that to him in the next video and begin exploring further. But until then, see ya.